Alright, this is just a very short, quotations from Neville Goddard, whatever, how he interprets or whatever, explains the time interval. So, quoting Neville, man is such a slave to time that if after he has appropriated the, desired state, and it does not immediately embody itself, as in the physical 3D, finite little me who instantly sees what he was thinking about, he or she loses faith in his or her unseen claim. Forthwith, he or she drops it and returns to his or her former static state of being. Because of this limitation, so you, just let me clarify that very quickly, like, it just comes down, like I always emphasize, put your awareness on whatever you want to be. Now, think of it by feeling of it, but the feeling is a secret just means that you understand that you're not just merely, so to speak, thinking of a desire, experience, whatever you do want to be, do or have, but you're thinking from it. So you are now the man or woman, whatever, who not only claims but actually already is that person by claiming it, by being aware of it right now. So, because of this limitation of man, woman, I have found it. So Neville himself identified with his identification of who he was and whatever. So he, in that time of being, so to speak, thought it was helpful to employ a specific or specified interval of time in making this journey into a prepared mansion. So what he's saying there just means that he's actually kind of going a little bit down to the people who don't understand that they are already that which they want to be, and their refusal to believe it is the only thing they do not see it. But going a little bit deeper, that still has the word believe in it. If you understand that right now you are God awareness, you are God's awareness, whatever, consistently still me using finite human words, because that's that's the only words we can use, so to describe whatever we're physically seeing, whatever, doesn't mean anything. Even if we're in our mind thinking of it, we could still come up with some type of assign a meaning, whatever, come up with it being this or that, or good, bad, indifferent, whatever. So Neville, to help the people that don't understand who they really are and understand that by putting your awareness on it, you can instantly right now manifest once again, create once again. You're not really creating or manifesting anything. Creation is finished, but you can right now choose who you want to be, and by you just choosing that, so to speak, not going back on it, not, becoming aware of the opposite of that, claiming something and then a few linear time perspective, a few seconds, 5 seconds, 10 seconds, half an hour, half a day, I don't care, 5 days, 7 days, I don't care, go back on it, if you haven't already subconsciously done it in the time interval, so to speak, okay, in my example, the last example I gave is like 7 days. So for example, you become aware of something right now. If after 7 days you still haven't physically, seen whatever you were aware of in your mind, then, it most likely is you are not aware of, you've not in a certain moment been aware of you putting your awareness on the opposite of what you, 7 days ago, whatever, 6 days if it was 1 day before. You know what I mean? It's all really complex when you think about time, but if you claim something right now, it's instantaneously done. That's what I'm trying to say. So you practically automatically create the time interval. Now, what Neville Goddard is doing here is trying to help you to create, so to speak, make your own time interval so that it could help you, as in you already know that at that, specific day, time interval, linear time perspective, you will then again, create, manifest, have whatever you were aware of in your mind first. But the thing is, it's still like somehow kind of a technique, because you're still trying to interfere with whatever you just put your awareness on right now. And just be assured, know that it will come to fruition, You plant the seed and it will become, whatever. The mustard seed has the fate of a, mustard plant tree, whatever. So these are just nice examples of trying to physically, like in the finite 3D physical reality, trying to come up with physical experiences, or in this case examples of Well, a mustard seed is like this tiny, so to speak, this small. So how is that able, so to speak, to grow into a big mustard plant, tree, whatever you want to call it, Well, that's the whole thing of understanding that, so to speak, the mustard seed is already aware of knowing who it is and is going to, as awareness in just a very finite, limited perspective, so to speak, because obviously trees don't share the same level of awareness. Here we go into the paradox now. I'm really, just ask me questions about this. This is like kind of, weird to you, whatever, I don't know. But anyways, the so to speak, the mustard seed knows already, because it is a mustard seed, that it will grow into a mustard tree. Now we're not going to look at, photons, whatever, light and H2O or water molecules or whatever it, so to speak, needs, to come into fruition, to become what it is. It's all about the awareness part. So, so to speak, nature, life, whatever. The time interval is all based on God's work. We are one with God, but God, the Father, God / the Father, whatever, is greater than I am, you are, we are, so to speak. But you are one with it, literally. But you're also having this finite human experience of, well, consistently thinking you're not God, so to speak. Well, let me continue. So, okay, do not selfishly define this time interval in days and hours, because you are anxious to receive. So to speak, you, probably most of you viewers, you want something right now, tomorrow, in a week, maybe a month, but that's like the maximum, so to speak, so you need anything. Once again, as awareness, you can't need anything. You're just aware of whatever and you choose. So you cannot be in lack of anything if you're desiring something, because by desiring something you're still in the state of lacking it. It's very simple, but to apply it may be harder. Once again, maybe. You describe the meaning. Okay, because you are anxious to receive it. Well, your desire, whatever. But simply remain in the conviction that it is done. So understanding who you really are. Once again, through the true you, the silent observer, aka awareness, aka consciousness, aka, well, I wouldn't even say pure focus or attention, because for me at least that implies almost, going through the physical 3D reality of having to put your awareness on something for maybe a few seconds, and like they said back in school, keep your attention on this, keep your attention on that. So keep your attention means you're doing it like, do you get what I mean? Like in a sequence type of linear type time perspective. So that's why I don't really say that, but you could say that, well, but simply remain in the conviction that it is done. Time being purely relative, because, well, like I told you, clocks exist, time doesn't. So think about it right now. Whatever you think about a so-called something you want to manifest, create, once again, creation is finished. I'll keep on saying it till everybody gets it, but you want to create, manifest something in the future, the future, something that has to happen. As in a time perspective, we're not in the future right now. Well, now I'm in the future. I was just in the past. Wasn't like just 2 seconds ago the past. If you really think about it, then you're already like, this doesn't make any sense. These human made up concepts are here for certain, I would say, control purposes, but that's just my opinion. But anyways, think about it right now. You, and I got a good example. I just actually had, or experienced it just, I don't know, 2 hours ago, so to speak. I put my mind on getting whatever, taking something with me when I was, leaving my house, whatever. And actually I just somehow wasn't aware enough of being aware. It's awareness itself, so I kind of forgot it, I put my awareness on, you either put it in the back of your mind or whatever, but you're still aware of you're going to do that. That's what the subconscious mind is for. So it just, it keeps it there, but you don't consistently have to think about it. But like a minute later, it gets back to, oh, like I was going to get this pen or whatever, And a good example is that I actually experienced it just now. So I put my awareness on whatever, for example, taking a pen with me for the scripture, whatever, for writing whatever down for you guys, whatever, okay. And actually, like 2 minutes later, I thought, oh damn, I had to get that pen. But wasn't I just like, my point being is like, the memory is actually so incredibly fresh. How am I not like being identified with it. As in, how could I forget that I just put my awareness on that, and like 2 minutes ago, 2 minutes later, so to speak, in linear time perspective, I was thinking about it again, and like, oh damn, I didn't get that pen like I should have done, or actually intended to do 1 minute after that, But there you go. Consistently you're thinking about things, so I somehow cancel that out by doing something else. And obviously, like 1 minute later, whatever, 60 seconds, whatever time perspective, it came back to me, obviously, because I'm very aware of being awareness. So then it won't take long, It wouldn't be like 3.5 months, and I I remembered I wanted to get that pen, and obviously it works like that. But there's already a very over exaggerated example of like, obviously you wouldn't, have a memory or recollect a memory of you 3.5 months wanting to get a pen at a certain moment in a certain day, certain date of time, whatever. Do you understand what I mean? But the thing is, why are you, whatever happened to you, which is a true real experience, which happened, so to speak, in a linear time perspective, but it's just creation is finished, so everything happened. So all versions of you exist right now. Undesirable, desirable, I don't care, good, bad, indifferent. So my point being with this whole stupid, oh man, I just keep on talking, but I just want to emphasize so much so that you somehow do understand it. It's so simple, but if you don't get a simple message, then, I'm trying to even, go make it more complex so that you still can get the clarity, simplicity out of it, so to speak. But my point is, you decide that something, I think a good example might be your ex broke up with you. It doesn't matter if you right now watching this, you identify whatever. Right now you can even say identify myself as a man or a woman, but you get what I mean. So you're either a woman or a man, female, male. The person you desires right now still, or whatever, the ex, who broke up with you. Okay, my point being is, you thinking about that is still right now, So okay, it's a true experience that happened, but it's the same with me thinking about my pen, and then not getting my pen and then 2 minutes later thinking about it again, but actually I didn't go through it, but it's the same memory, So why would you say? Because it actually implies that how could I forget that? Like, it's a memory. And what most people say, like, it's a memory, it happened, right? So how can I, like, obviously I caught myself very quickly, but so to speak, but I wanted to, in about 60 seconds, get to my pen and take it with me, but it took, under 20 seconds, so to speak. My point being is that that's the same experience as you now being blocked, or I don't know, even deleted on every social media app, whatever. There is like practically no chance, so to speak, for you to have any contact with your SP, special person, specific person, whatever. And it might have happened 1 month ago, a few days, a few hours actually, a few months, or even a few years, even tens of years, whatever, 100 years, I don't care. The thing, once again, the time doesn't matter, as it didn't matter for me, like, explicitly thinking about doing something, but I forgot it, And my point just being is that I put the emphasis on, that memory, which actually was me thinking about something like 2 minutes before that, hadn't that much, worth. I didn't put that on a pedestal, otherwise I would have thought about it. Do you get what I mean? The point being is that the experience that you had with your ex or whatever, you can instantly right now change it, as in you choose something different, you decide something different. You're not changing that experience in itself, because first of all, everything in itself is neutral, so why you can just give a different meaning to it, and that is literally how it would be reflected back to you once again, so to speak, in linear time perspective. But it's all you, everything is neutral, and even that experience is just something, you created. Once again, you're not creating, manifesting anything, but I hope you understand what I mean. So understand that you, in every experience, doesn't matter if it's for you incredibly big or just super small, you don't give a fuck about it, so to speak, or you really, really care about it, so to speak. Like, there are people who say, like, if this and this person doesn't do this and this, then I might end my life, These examples of what I mean, Also, by now experiencing that right now you are all that is, awareness, by becoming aware of that memory, which does exist, but you do not have to identify with it. You can change something different right now. And the beautiful thing is you got the free will, God's free will, so to speak, awareness, to choose whatever. So if you want to revise it or literally make it something different, or understand that, yes, that experience happened and whatever, but you still understand that at the same time you decide where you put your awareness on. So even if it's such a solid memory, you can right now choose that it isn't, you know. And yes, it still is, as in it happened. It's an experience that you so to speak, became aware of back in that experience. So paradoxical, but I hope you understand what I mean. The thing is, you still decide right now to put your awareness on it and to recreate it. So you can right now choose something different, and that's how that person, because everyone and everything, so the whole world is a reflection of your awareness, is a reflection of who you are being, is a, well, the mirror principle. Choose, yeah, so decide different right now. Change yourself, as in you choose to be something different in your mind, in awareness, and that is how, well, whatever you put in your awareness on will show up. So if that's a person, your specific person, or it doesn't matter. It could be a celebrity, SP, put them on a higher pedestal. Why not? Because celebrity is also in the name or whatever. It doesn't matter, man. Literally, it doesn't matter. You are right now creating that to matter, so to speak. Because of your awareness, because of you claiming it to be this way or that way, that is how it will be. Literally, every time, every second, moment, whatever, you're on all the time, consistently. So, okay. Time, being purely relative, because that's where I left, should be eliminated entirely. Well, I think I don't have to emphasize it in this video again. And your desire will be fulfilled. So you understand, by putting your awareness on it right now, literally right now, you choose to think from your desired state, your desired end, the wish fulfilled, whatever, how you want to, the assumption, the claim, whatever, how you want to express it right now. You choose to think from it, okay? This ability to dwell at any point in time, so to speak, in time, space, once again, linear time perspective. None of this matters in reality creation. Once again, you're not creating anything, you're not manifesting anything either, but you're choosing, you're deciding whatever you want to experience, and all of these experiences exist simultaneously at this eternal moment, okay? Well, any point / space in time permits us, so you, me, whatever, the individualized aspect of awareness, consciousness, identified as a human with a human body and pain and everything happening to him, and all this 3D reality that you create. Once again, you're not really creating anything. Well, this ability to dwell at any point / space in time permits us to employ time in our travel into the desired mansion. Well, once again, beautifully said by Neville Goddard. That is all just somehow trying to help the people who do not yet, and I'm respectfully saying that, it took me 10 years as well, like I kind of knew it, but if you're not applying it, then well, you're still on all the time. Literally, right now you're on. So whatever you put your awareness on, may it be good, bad, indifferent, you once again declare what you declare what the experience is, literally. Declare right now what you do or do not want to experience, and you will experience it. So once again, I love how Neville just made this lecture and put this together for people who do not understand it, and actually made it a little more complex if you look at it a certain way, but in the other way he actually made it, simplified it for people to understand that yes, you can even, that's what you're actually always doing, but you can, so to speak, consciously create the time interval of when you are aware of what you desire, and when in physicality you hold the desire, so to speak. So I like that quote years back, whatever you can hold in your mind, imagination, awareness, you can hold in your hand. Well, hand is just your physical hands in this case, so that's pretty simple, right? But anyways, damn, almost 20 minutes, but it's okay. I wanted to emphasize on this again, elaborate, whatever. Words are finite, so I'm using all the words, so you might like this word or you might like that word better or whatever, it doesn't matter. It's all about you getting the message. And once again, don't judge the messenger for the message, okay? Just understand that, yes, this is the truth, but don't take my word for it, But do try it out, Don't just go and hate in the comments or whatever. Like, if you want to, you can, or I don't care. But point being is, you are the sole cause of the phenomena in your life. At every moment, the eternal moment, but every single second, so to speak. So, yeah. once again, be ye doers and not only hearers of the word, Be ye doers of the word and not hearers only, Put it to the test right now, and let us go into the silence, dark, whatever,